Are you set? Okay, let's start.
I've started.
Okay, we're looking at basic technology JSS3, and we're trying today to take drawings in isometric. Trying to take what is called isometric drawings. Okay, continue.
I've continued.
All right, we're trying to look at isometric drawing, and if you're using this textbook, you can find this topic on chapter 5, page 37 of this textbook. The objective is not to go into explaining what isometric drawing is, but to try to take on a question from the revision exercise. If you look at page 48 of that text, of the textbook, there is a diagram we're trying to draw there. We're basically going to do this drawing by using just these three things: your short ruler, your 30 degrees set square, your pencil, major drawing tools, and then your I think that should be A3 paper. Is that A3 now? Yeah, A3 paper. Good. Now, the tools you have is usually not the problem. Your creativity is what's most important. Now, remember that for isometric drawing, look at the drawing we're trying to capture here. For isometric drawing, you need to remember that the projecting angle here should be 30 and the projecting angle here should be what? 30. So I've drawn two lines, up, bottom, and top. These are going to be my false t-square. Going to be my what? False t-square. This will help me project the lines I need. All right, let's assume I'm in an examination hall and I don't have a t-square. What do I do? All right, so with that done, it may not be a very perfect drawing, but at least it gives you an idea of what you need to do. Now, I'll project this line out by using my false t-square, and then I'll turn this, and then with that same idea, I'll try to project another line out here. Okay, so I've done that. Now the next thing I begin to do is to mentally look at the drawing and see what I need to do. If you look at this, the first length to your left is about 20 cm. So I'll take my ruler. 20 cm would mean measuring from 1 to 3. And then I mark a point with the help of my false t-square, which I'm using my 15 cm ruler to do. I then will try to project the line out. So with that done, taking note of where I have marked, I project the line out. So I've taken care of the 20 cm measurement. If you watch carefully, there's a 10 cm measurement along this axis. So I'll just use my ruler and then take out 10 cm. 10 cm will mean from 2. So whether your markers are showing well or not, that's not the issue. You should be able to understand and work around what you have. All right, so that done, I will then place here. I will place here and see if my ruler can take me to that point. As long as it's taking me to that point, I have no problem. So I'm going to rule this part out. Now remember that I'm going to use thin lines. All right, so I've done that part out. Now remember that from here to here is 20. From here to here is 20. And from here to somewhere is 10. So I will then measure 10 again out. I'm going to measure 10 out. And then with the same arrangement I have done with my false t-square, I'm going to again rule up. Sorry, I'm going to be backing the light a little, but you just bear with me. So I'm looking at a diagram. I'm trying to picture what I need to do. And so that's settled. I'm having this whole distance to be 30. This whole distance to be 30, which means that this translates to this whole distance to be 30. Then from here to here will be 10, which means that from here up will be what? 20. So from here up, I'm going to measure another 20. Good. So I have that 20 cm line. So with that, I may have to move my ruling point up, and then my false t-square point up. And what I need now is a line going in this direction. So the direction in which I need the line will determine where I'll be ruling towards. So this is what I'm going to have, and I'm going to be ruling just this point because that's what I need. I just need only this point. And I always advise my students, once you've gotten the range you need, taking it out, it serves two purposes. One, it encourages you to see what you have done, and then it reduces the clumsiness of your drawing. Take it little by little and take care of taking out the parts you need as you see them out, so that it would, one, encourage you on what you're drawing, and then two, reduce clumsiness so that you don't have too many unnecessary things showing up on your diagram. Sometimes when the lines are too many, it becomes difficult for you to place where you are, what you have done, what you need to take care of, and things like that. Now the next important measurement is this one. You, from here to here you have 25, and then from here to here you have another 25. That makes 25 plus 25, making a total of what? 50, making a total of what? 50. So from here I'll take my measurement again, and I'll take it from here. That means I need a total of about 50. That's 1 to 6, and then I will then mark between, that will be 3.5. so that was that. So once I have those dimensions in place, remember that 25 occurs at this point, so that's a very important significant point in my drawing. So I'll place my false t-square, just a reference line, and then I will project the lines out. I'll project the lines out. I'll proceed to project the lines out. You need to be very careful if you're using this method, because it's not very fast, but if you're using your t-square, you would have been faster than this. So I'll project this line out, and then I'll also project this line out. I'll project this line out. So I now have reference points to work with. Now I will move this line up to this point, and then take note of the direction I need. What I need is this direction. I need this direction. So be careful about that, to know that I'm going to rule to this point. So take note of that, because of the diagram I have. I'm going to rule to this point. So I'll rule from here. If you're observant, you see that my sketch is coming out. I'm taking it at once because I have an idea of what I want to do. Then for the second one, I'm not going to thicken out. I'll just draw a thin line, just to give me an idea of where I'm coming to. Now, to help me, I'm going to turn my ruler. Once I turn it, it's going to give me the direction of what I want, and it's going to be in this direction. And I will thicken this out because I'm sure I need it. Are you seeing that? Then I'm going to, gotten that, I'm going to now create another thin line upwards. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create another thin line upwards. And you're going to be seeing now that if you watch carefully, my diagram is coming out. So in to in, I'm going to have something like this. In to in, I'm going to have something like this, a thin line. Okay, I'll just take in this one out because I'm setting I need this one. Are you seeing that? Then for the second one, I'm going to draw a thin line because I don't know the extent to which that one would go. So I'll just draw a thin line there. And after doing that, I will turn the direction again. So you see that basically what you're doing is just turning your ruler around your set square, rather, around your reference point. So once your reference point is set, it becomes easy for you to take care of the rest. Okay, so with that said, you see that I can now take this and take it out now. So this from here, Such a wonderful thing with drawing. See, it was looking as though nothing was happening, but you see that with patience, and that's one of the greatest attributes you must have as someone who draws. Okay, I think I've made a mistake, but no problem. I'm going to correct that. I'm going to correct that shortly. I don't need this line. If you watch carefully, there's a line I have brought in here. I don't need it. So what I actually need is a line that projects all the way out. But there's no problem. We can always correct that. Some of these mistakes occur when you draw. So I need 5 on this line. 5. All right. So I've done this one out. So the height is 30. So I'll just come here. 30 would mean 4 to 3, and that's where that would be. Now you don't need to mark so many points. Oh, which one? 4 to 3, so much. Once you've drawn one, it's enough to take care of the others. That's the beautiful thing about drawing. Once you've gotten one line, 1 point, you'll be able to get all the others. Now watch what I'm going to do now. See it. I need from here to about this point. If you watch carefully from here, so if I draw my faint line, but I don't need that. I know that the line should end here, so I'll just stop there. Then I will flip it and then try to project. See that it's not enough to cover that distance, so I'll just cover the distance that I can take care of immediately, and obviously that will be this distance where I made a mistake earlier. Some of those things that happen when you draw, and then I'll produce this one out. All right, so I have this all set. Then I'll take in this one out also. I discovered our drawing is taking shape. Then I'll take in this one out. I prefer that approach, taking things out. It's really bad drawing practice to draw looking under, so you must always ensure that you draw in the right direction. So you have that, and then you have this also. Okay, we had a little issue with our drawing, so that's what I'm trying to correct. Trying to clean off some things I don't need. So with that done, remember my reference line. Now, because this is my reference t-square, just imagine I have to move the t-square up. So using the line underneath, I'm going to introduce another line, a very faint line, just a reference line, that will help me to take care of the last part of my drawing. So I'm going to now place my t-square here, reference, and then I'm going to draw this one now, which happens to be the last part of the drawing. So we look at that. So from here, I'll just taking it at once since I'm setting what I want to achieve, and then I'll turn my ruler, rather my set square, still using my reference t-square, and then you might experience a little bit of that. Okay, a little bit of an error here. We'll just clean that one off. So if you look at it, I already have my diagram out complete. So this settled. So I think all the edges I need to draw out have well been taken care of. So this is the final drawing I'm supposed to have. You discover that you really didn't need to use a t-square to draw this. Drawing is about improvising. You should be able to improvise and use methods that can help you get the result out. So maybe with watching this, you'll be able to go further to do more, and then use the knowledge you've gathered here to take care of more drawings. I hope I've helped you out. I trust you do better. So do it yourself.